Hey guys, welcome back. So guys, we are continuing our Laravel 9 e-commerce series. And now guys, in this video, we are going to learn how to make add to cart option in our e-commerce project. So guys, now when we click here add to cart, this product should be added in your cart. Okay, that means in your cart table. So guys, now let's get started. So first, let's move to this page guys and move to this button. So yep, let's go and yep, move to routes web.php and search for the path. So what is the path guys? That is your collection. The category is mobile and the product is mi. So collections, category slug, product slug. Let's go to the front end controller here. At what you have to go? You have to go to product view function name. So move to your front end controller, go to the product view function guys. Here is the product view and let's move to this blade. So just control and click. So we reached here and you can see that it's a Livewire component blade. So where we can view the data of your add to cart. So here is our add to cart button guys, which is visible over here. Now let's get back. And this page is coming from a Livewire component, okay, Livewire controller. So let's go to that path also guys, like Livewire front end product and view. So first let's move over there. Let's go to app HTTP Livewire. So here you can see front end product view. So go to front end product view. So this is a Livewire component controller where you can see that we are rendering at this blade. Okay. So which makes you to reach at your add to cart button. So it's the same page. So as you can see that we are passing two variables. One is category and another is product. So with this help of product, we are displaying all the products, product ID, product name, everything, whatever it's shown over here. So now guys, on this add to cart, we will be sending the product ID. Okay. So guys, first step, I just want to convert this A tag into a button tag and let's make it below. So it will be more clear and just make this href to type button. Let's wire colon click equal to which will be the add to cart function, and inside this function we'll be sending the product ID. So you can just scroll up, you can get all the product details. So here you see guys, the product name is displayed. So let's copy this variable $product and you can get back to your add to cart $product of ID. You'll be sending the product ID at this function. So let's copy this function and go to its render Livewire controller component. So here is our render, and now inside this component, let's create one function. So that function name will be add to cart. So which we have created just now, and we are getting the product ID, that is int product ID. It's very clear. And now guys, first step, when you add the product, you need to check the user is authenticated or not. So let's use if condition and else check for the auth colon colon check function and import the class guys. So class is already imported, and once it's like if you're not authenticated, then you have to show the message. So for that guys, we can just copy from above. Let me copy the message, how we can show the message. Let's copy this and send it. So here you send, please log into add to cart. Okay, so this is the first step, and if you're logged in, let's dump am in. Let's save, and now you can add to cart. Here you see, please log in to add to cart. Okay, now guys, let's log in once. Let me just log in. logged in successfully, guys, and let's just refresh here. You can see that we are logged in. Perfect. So it's logged in, and now let's click here, add to cart. You'll be I am in. Perfect. And now guys, let's check this product ID. Let's copy this and let's dd the product ID. Save. Let's again add to cart. Here you see ID number 1. Cool. And if you require, you can just go for another product also. Let me go with this. Add to cart. ID number 6. Okay. So get back. And now guys, you need to check with the product is existing or not. So let me comment again, add a if condition. So first step, let's get the $this of product. I mean, in your render function, you are sending the $this product, right? So you will get this product data in your if condition and use a where condition. Again, where condition for the status check, and then you can check with the exists function. So first here you will check with the ID your dollar product ID if it is there, and then check the status. Status is 0, then only you are getting in. Else you need to show the message like product does not exists, as simple, and it's a warning and it's a 404 error. Okay, like it's not found itself. Once it's found, you are getting in. So let's again dd guys here, and let's tell am product. Let's get back, add to cart, am product. Perfect. Let's get back again. Done guys. And now let me comment this here. First step, we will check with the product quantity if product quantity is there or not. So you can use again if condition. Let me just copy this if here, then so just copy this $this of product, and we need to check from that the quantity 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 column which is greater than 0. If it's greater than 0, then you have to insert the cart, else out of stock. So let's copy this, paste here, mention the message out of stock. So now when it is available, then you have to check whether the quantity provided by the user quantity, okay, this user quantity should not be greater than present quantity. Okay, so again guys, the if condition comes, let's paste here again, copy and paste. And this quantity, in the previous video we have made the quantity increment and decrement, right? And now let's get back. So you can see that quantity increment quantity and decrement quantity, that quantity are stored in a variable called quantity count. So let's copy this variable $this of quantity count. In the beginning you can see here, let me minimize all this here, quantity count variable, right? So that variable only will be checking the stored variable, whatever should not be greater than the normal user quantity given. Okay, once it matches, insert your cart. So let's tell insert product to cart, and here you can give the message as only. Let me concatenate, and here is space quantity available. Let's make it to capital. So you can count this, copy and paste here. Only 2 quantity available, only 4 quantity available. You can just show that message. All set guys. And now here you need to insert the record. Okay. So guys, before writing your insert query, let's check one more add to cart. So this is the product where you don't have any colors. So coming to the next product, let me show you new tab. So when you come to like clothes or fashions, you can see we have multiple colors here. So multiple color has multiple quantities. So at that time you need to check that quantity also. Okay. So here you see that you have red, green, blue. So it has its own quantity, not the product quantity, right? So when you click on this red, you have in stock. When you click on yellow, it is out of stock, right? So at that time you need to do another validation. So guys, for that, let me just after checking your product is exist or not, then you have to go inside this first if itself. Just put this in a else condition. Okay. So first use if. Let's break it down. Use again else. Paste it and bring this. Paste it down and push the code. That's it, guys. So here you need to check the color checking. Okay. So check for product color quantity and insert to cart. Okay. Or add to cart. So same, this is without, else part is a without product colors. Okay. As simple. So now guys, to check the product color is available or not, so you can use a count function. So let's get this dollar this of product. Let's copy this dollar this of product, where you have a relationship of product colors. So let's go to product colors and just count the number of rows which is greater than one. Then you have to come inside this and let's tell first let's dd and check. So I'm product color inside. Okay. So you save this and now you can see that you are in a product inside, right? This is the product colors. This is the colors of product. Let's add to cart. You can see I am product color inside, and let's get back to the previous product where you don't have any colors. Let's add here. You will be directly moving insert to cart. Okay. So where is that if condition here? Let me dd and show you dd and just am add to cart without colors. Let's dd also here. Click on add to cart. You can see I'm add to cart without colors, and this is your with colors. So you'll be going in that condition. That's it, guys. So it's as simple, and you need to check the product color is selected or not. Okay, so this product is selected or not. So for that, guys, you have already worked on this. Like in previous videos, you have worked on that color selection. Let me show you here color selected. Let me open this. Okay, we are getting the product color ID here. So first let's store this color ID. Okay, let me copy this, control F and search for this function in the view blade. Here it is. So wire colon click on this function. You are searching, you are doing an action and getting the product color ID. So first let's store this dollar this of product color ID. Let's add this equal to dollar product color of ID. Okay, and make sure you are adding this in your top variable here. All set. We have got the color ID, guys. Now here you see the code is written about the quantity is available or not, like checking for the color product color quantity. If it is available, then it is adding. If it's not there, means it is showing out of stock. So we have to work with this two functions. So let's copy this dollar this of product color selected quantity. Okay, so we are going to take this first and check here. Use a if condition. If anyone has selected or not equal to null. If it's not selected, give a else and just add the condition. I mean the message. Let me copy from below. Here you copy and paste the message as select your product color, and this will be the info. And once it's selected, you can just dd color selected. Okay, you have selected the color. Now let's save. So guys, let me refresh once and show you directly on add to cart. So I have not selected any of the colors. Let me add to cart. Select your product color. Okay, now let's select here. So we have selected with the red in stock. Let me add to cart and you will get color selected. Cool. So once color selected, let's check with the product color quantity. Okay, so now guys, as simple, let's create one variable like product color equal to, now get the dollar this of product, your main product, whatever single product data. Again, just check for this relationship, has many relationship, where it has that, and use a where condition and check for the specific product and get the data ID of it. So just now we worked on getting the ID guys. So here you see on color, when we select the color, we are storing the product color ID. Let's get this variable dollar this of product color ID and check that. So we will get that specific product color, all the details. Okay, so with that help of, we will check the quantities available or not of that product color. So product color of quantity greater than 0, else you can show the message. Okay, so let me copy from below. Here you copy this and paste back to your else part. And now when the product color quantity is available, then you will check for the normal user quantity. So this user quantity, given user quantity, should not be greater than your available product color quantity. Okay, so guys, same condition, let me copy that below code itself. Let's copy this and paste back inside this if condition. So not this, instead you have to check for this product color quantity should not be greater than the given quantity count, then like product color quantity. Okay, so only product color like 2 or 4 quantity available, and then begin with add to cart with colors. Okay, so let me just show you with colors. Save it. And now guys, we have already selected the color. Let's add to cart. Here you should say only 2 quantity available. So we have given that. Let us get back one, add to cart. Here you see that add to cart. So here we have only 2 quantity. Let me just check that. Here you see guys, for the red color, it's only 2 quantities. So let me increase to 4. And you see that, let me click again 2 and you add to cart. You get that. Yes, perfect. So now guys, we have worked with the functionality, like what are the validations should be done while adding the cart. And now guys, let's begin with inserting the product to our cart table. So guys, for that, let's begin with creating the migration and the model. So open your terminal. So yep, PHP artisan make colon migration create carts table. Hit enter. Created migration. Let me close the terminal. Let me open the sidebar and go to the migrations guys. First step, let's go to database migration. At the last, you'll find your new created table, that is cards. And here we begin with $table of integer function where you'll tell user underscore ID, copy and paste, and next will be the product ID. So product underscore ID and the user quantity. I mean, how many quantity they require, this user input quantity. Okay, let's get that quantity. And then finally the product color ID. We need to get this product color ID. Okay, and this product color ID is going to be nullable also, like some product doesn't have the product color, right? So we can ignore this. Let's save. And now guys, let's migrate this. So PHP artisan migrate, it's migrated guys. And now let's begin with creating the model. PHP artisan make colon model, the model name is cart. Hit enter. Model created successfully. Let me close the terminal. Again, arrange app models. Here you find your carts.php. Okay, cart.php. And now guys, let's tell the table name dollar table equal to single quotes. Mention the table name carts and create all the fillables. I mean, add all the fillables here. Fillable means table input fields, whatever you have given that. Okay, user ID, product color ID, and quantity. So let's add that. User underscore ID, the product ID, and then the product color ID, and finally the quantity. Okay, all set guys. Now you can get back to the view.php again, add the code here, insert product to cart. Okay, as simple. So you have two conditions here. So one is for the color product adding cart and one is for the normal product cart. Okay, so first we will begin with color one. Okay, let me remove, call your model cart model and just use a create function and directly just type all the inputs, I mean column fields, user underscore ID. So you'll get the authenticated user ID. Done. And now next will be your product underscore ID. So you are getting directly the product ID from the cart. You are already validating it, so you can just directly add this product ID. And next you are checking inside the product colors, right? So you can add the product color ID, product color underscore ID, as simple. And where is your product color ID? So you are checking in this, you can directly get this, or else you can get from the product color of ID also, anyhow. And finally the quantity, the user given quantity. So where is it? Let me just show you here. When you click this, you go to increment or decrement. So you store the data inside your $this of quantity count variable. Let's copy that and just send that here. As simple guys. So this is for your color store. And after this guys, you can show the message. Let me copy from below itself. Copy this, paste here and give a success success type and product added to cart, and this will be your 200 status. Let's copy this same code and paste in your, let me minimize it. So this is my product color add to cart, and here is my else part, that is without product color add to cart. So as simple, and here is my code to save the cart. Okay, and we don't have a product color ID, we just need to remove that. Let's remove it, as simple. And now guys, you can check the product ID the user ID and quantity too. All done guys, and now let's import this cart class model. Okay, so just import its class imported. Let us check that. Yep, all done guys, and now let's check our table. So here you see I have already loaded this carts table guys. It's already available, and now let me add to cart. So the quantity is 2. I have checked with the red, and let's add to cart. Here you see product added to cart. Let's check in our database. Let me browse it. Perfect. So you see that user ID is 1, product ID is 4, color ID is 1, and quantity is 2. And now let me check with this product without the color. Okay, so I don't have any color for this. Let me increment it to 4 and add to cart. Product added to cart. Let's get back to our carts table and refresh. Perfect. You can get that user ID, product ID, and quantity. So here in this product, we don't have a color, so we don't get that color ID. Perfect. So now guys, when we click add to cart again, then what happens? It will add one more record with the same details, right? So we need to check that the product is already added in the cart. So guys, now let's get back to the code. Yep, and here we add to cart. First, let's move inside the else part where we are not checking with the color products. Without the color product, we are going to do. So here before the quantity checking, let us use an if condition as simple. Just use if and else and move this code. Next, paste it. And now guys, in this if condition, use a cart model colon use a where condition. Again, where condition for the product ID and just use a exists function to check whether it is true or false. So now in this first where condition, you will check the user underscore ID with authenticated user ID, and in the second where condition will be checking with the product ID. So product underscore ID we are getting in the function add to cart product ID. We can directly get that. Copy the product ID, paste here. That's it. So when it is true, when it is already added, you need to show the message. Let's copy this and paste here and show the message as product already added. Okay, and it's a success message, right? So you can give as info or warning, anything. All done guys. So this is for the without color products. Let us get back here. Now click to add to cart and you get the message product already added in cart. And now let's get back to the color product. Here we have inserted the red color, right? So at this red color we are going to add to cart. So before adding to cart, we need to validate that. Let me just copy this, Control C, and go inside the your product colors, and this is to check. Let's go inside one more record, and here is your quantity check, right? So before this quantity check only, we need to check whether the product is inserted in the cart or not. So you just add an if condition. Let me break this down so it will be more clear to understand. And let's use one more where condition guys for the product color ID. Product color underscore ID, and the product color ID here also we are getting. Let's get this and paste here. So you get your product color ID and you will check this. So now you need to use an if condition. I mean, start your if bracket and here end and give a else part, else, and let me minimize this quantity part, else condition, and you need to move this complete query of add to cart inside else condition as simple. And now guys, let us show the message. Let me copy this message and just paste here, paste it, done. Okay, product already added. And now you get back So we are clicking on the red and let's click add to cart. You see product already added. And now guys, if I select this green and we need to add to cart, right? So it should insert the record. So let me click add to cart, product added to cart. Perfect. So it might be added. You see, cool. So it's added. And now let's again click on this green itself. I mean to this green color itself. So add to cart. Here you see product already added. That's it. So guys, we have successfully completed with our add to cart functionality in Laravel using Livewire. Okay. And guys, let's see next video about this cart counter with the cart view page also. So thank you for watching this video guys. Please subscribe, like and share.